Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sheenam Bansal. So today we will do rickets, mainly surgical aspects. So let's start. As we all know, risk factors of rickets are white man, breastfed, protected from sun, obese patients. Mainly manifestations will be atypical muscle pain, pathological fractures, slip capital femoral epiphysis. See this X-ray picture. Patient diagnosed with nutritional rickets, corrected with splinting or bracing. Deformity can be corrected by corrective splinting or bracing and early osteotomy. Now listen, it's very important. Before surgery, management of metabolic defect, vitamin D, phosphorus, calcium, it should be corrected. Otherwise, if it's not corrected, then deformity will recur after osteotomy. Secondly, treatment with large doses of vitamin D should be discontinued for at least 3 weeks before the surgery. Otherwise, hypercalcemia will occur with immobilization. If you are not giving cholecalciferol, instead of cholecalciferol, you are giving dihydrotestosterone, that is the water-soluble preparation of vitamin D. Then this period without medication can be shortened. And if patient diagnosed with hypophosphatemic vitamin D resistant rickets, then obviously we will give inorganic phosphorus plus vitamin D less than 50,000 units. Then you can shorten the period without medication. And even without discontinuing medication, you can treat the deformity. Now, what are the symptoms of hypercalcemia? You will see anorexia, nausea, vomiting, weight loss, confusion and seizures in the patients with hypercalcemia. See this X-ray picture. Patient was diagnosed with vitamin D resistant rickets. Femoral valgus osteotomy was done in this case. And note, after surgery, early mobilization must be done. It would prevent the delayed mineralization of healing osteotomy and avoid recurrence. And if older children comes with severe deformity with compensated metabolic functions, then directly correct the deformity. If patient comes with exotemic osteodystrophy, then correct anemia, adequate hydration, uremia control, electrolyte balance, and then correct the deformity. Don't do surgery in patients with resistant hypertension and with parathyroid autonomy. In genu varum, osteotomy of tibia and fibula is done, and in genu valgum, supracondylar osteotomy of femur is done. In genu varum, all 3 bones are deformed, and in genu valgum, only femur is deformed. So this was all about rickets. Thank you so much.